Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Christine and welcome to this week's weekly energy reading. We are going to dive in for the week of June 13th through the 19th. Though know that anytime you find this reading or this video or any messages within, they are timeless. And always trust yourself, trust and practice your guidance, whatever internal knowings you get, practice discernment, know that energies are fluid, and know that people have free will. So we are going to dive right into the Astrocap, as I call it. And this week we have the major event, the full moon in Sagittarius, occurring on Tuesday, the 14th of June at 7:52 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So in New York time, for a point of reference, occurring early in the morning. It's going to occur at 23 degrees and 25 minutes of Sagittarius. So if you look at that in your birth chart, you'll be able to see what house this full moon will be affecting in your natal chart. And this is really a time, like most full moons, for completion, for things coming up to light, for truths, which is also very significant for the sign of Sagittarius. It's all about the quest of inner knowledge and also knowledge outside of us, connecting the two. Our personal truths in our guidance in our own journeys. And I will do a separate video on a few things to know about this full moon without going too much into detail on this. We have the full moon squaring Neptune, and the only thing, and the reason I bring this up, is just to be careful of any illusionments, anything that feels a little bit disconcerting, disquieting perhaps, a little bit of kind of like a tug and in between, feeling like, okay, something doesn't feel right, but this is what's happening. Is this happening? Just be on the lookout for that, because sometimes we're at an in-between point on our journeys and things haven't come to full light, to full fruition. We are in the halfway point, the midway point with the Gemini season. It started on May 20th and continues until June 21st. When we will switch on over to Cancer, and also we will have the summer solstice on that day for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere. Mercury is in Taurus until the 13th, and it was in Gemini earlier, and then midpoint through its retrograde, which it finalized on the 3rd, although we're still in the shadow period. It transitioned into the sign of Taurus, and now it's going back to its home sign. It's a comfortable position. So this means we can expect this week to see a bit more activity in socializing, probably more increase in communication flows, things that have been lagging, things you were expecting to come through, you will be seeing them pop up. Things are becoming a little bit more clear, but we're still in that in-between phase, given that we are experiencing this full moon where we're not ready to start things. And so on top of that, we could be experiencing some restlessness because we do have Mars and Jupiter in Aries. And with those planets, Mars is about taking action, having that passion to go forward, and especially in Aries, its home sign, this makes us want to propel and do things, even though the energies are not quite right now. And with Jupiter, we want to also engage in some semblance of higher learning, expansiveness, taking things out of our comfort zone. And so some of you may be feeling anxiety, an itch to move, to try new things, to do something different that you're not currently doing. It's almost there, but not quite yet. With this energy of wrapping things up and completing things, this is a great time to do just that before we transition after the waning phase and we get to a point in this lunar cycle where we can actively start things with energies that are more in line. Okie dokes, let's go into the collective reading. I'm just noting timestamps. We are going to pull some Oracle. I have the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. I hope you all are having a good week or good start to your week. Let me know. Let's see what the universe has in store for us for this week. We have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? This is so, wow, so I guess appropriate, even though I'm thinking of something more in depth in terms of the words that I want to use. But with this full moon, it's all about nurturing ourselves, taking care of ourselves, especially as things come to light. The full moon can be incredibly healing and cathartic. Although it's in Sagittarius, it's more about the emotional landscape I'm getting, but not like water signs, more about connecting the mind, logic to the heart, and really coming to terms on truth. So I'm getting this week is a great time to really ask yourself, how can I mother myself? How can I give myself love, care, nurturing, soothing, in what areas of my life? I'm also feeling here, there's some areas that you may need to speak on. This concerns relationships. This is something I'm intuitively getting. I do channel and get messages throughout, and I'm getting some of you have blockages in your throat chakra. Some of you have a desire to speak, to say things, and this is a beautiful season because we are in the season of Gemini to do that. Be careful of taking fast action given given a lot of fire energy around us, but also take that time to really explore those feelings, to really process anything that you want to say, anything you want to express to someone, to something, whether they are with us in this earthly realm or beyond. I also feel love here. There's a big semblance here of this isn't just for self, because I'm tapping into different energies this week. Obviously not just one individual, but different energies across all signs, but I'm getting love here. Immediately I just feel like I get Venusian energy with this card, but I also get Cancer. So some of you may have Taurus, Libra, or Cancer in your charts. Some of you may be reeling, recovering, overcoming grief around a breakup. It could be a romantic relationship, because this is what I'm feeling the most. An ending of some sort, a divorce, a finalization, a completion. There's a cycle. It's something that just ended here, but I also feel like this could concern family, friendship, breakups, anything in that area. There's a lot of keeping to yourself right now. I feel like, and this looks like a moon here. To me, like a sliver of a moon. So I feel like there's a lot for some of you that want to stay within this week. Okay, I've got two more cards. We got Trust the Niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Again, these cards, Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell, they don't have zodiac signs attached to them, but I get Gemini immediately. Some of you are in this in-between point, and because Gemini is, you know, all about duality, polarity as well, but duality, some of you may be at a juncture in your life where you're facing that choice. Do I go this path or this way? Do I say yes to this opportunity or continue where I'm at? Do I leave this relationship or do I start something new, or engage in singlehood for a minute? There's something that requires a choice, and it's interesting because I did a quick message while I was hiking about this. It came to me a few days ago. There's going to be a juncture in your point, perhaps this week, perhaps after the illumination that the full moon brings on Tuesday, where you are going to have to make a decision, and it's going to look something different for everyone. Some of you may already be feeling this anxiety. I'm getting anxiety, vibrations, tingles, butterflies, nervousness. There's something you feel that's calling to you that you know is going to change. Trust your intuition at this point. This is why you may be called to kind of retreat, or why many of you have been working on healing and taking care of your heart. Finally, we got Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. I got this before starting this reading. I got such a strong influence on ancestors, beings. Some of you are very much connected right now and working heavily, are seeing signs. Some of you may be seeing coins. I'm getting dimes or tens, pennies or ones, because a lot of completions and new beginnings, you know, thus when one cycle ends, something else is about to begin. I'm seeing all different animals. Some of you may resonate with wolf, eagle. This looks like a whale. Elephant. It could be puma, some kind of feline. But you may be seeing a lot of spirit animals. Feathers. I'm just getting a lot of numbers and synchronicities pointed to you. And some of you have been asking questions about your paths relating to different things in your life. And so I'm feeling at this moment to really trust what you're feeling. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? This is too all what I'm getting because of the Sagittarius lunation coming up. This is all about truth within yourself. There's something that some of you may not want to face the truth on. It's going to look very different for everyone. It could have to do, I'm getting immediately relationships, staying in relationships when you know in your heart it's not the right one. Even if you're comfortable, even if you could be happy, but it's not the happiness that you seek. Remember, the happiness is an inside job. This person may not be your compliment I'm getting. I'm going to say complementarian. It may not be your complementary person in this life. It may be someone that you had to learn from. But I'm getting two different situations regarding a change in your career and your financial situation, your geographic situation. There's some type of, some messages you all are receiving right now. This is the hardest thing, when you feel like what you're getting, it's not aligning to what you want or where do you want to go, or you're just not believing it. I'm sensing a lot of doubt, but trust it. Write it down. Trust the message you're seeing, because you're going to be able to piece things together in the coming days and weeks and realize, and you're going to keep getting more of those realizations within you. Let's move on to the Moonology deck. What other messages in store this week, please? What other messages? We just had one jump out. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Some of you may be calling in. I'm getting such a strong preponderance, such a strong pull. I keep getting love, creative joy, personal bliss. Some of you may be calling in like a partnership, maybe calling in your true soul path, like illumination on what it is you're truly here to do. Something, I'm getting a lot of meaning behind it. I don't know why. And we do have, the green with the heart chakra here, but with Virgo, it's service. So this could be something, as you give out, you receive more in so many different ways, and however you define this, whatever. I just say abundance in general, but because that could mean so many different things. But remember too, it could be time to give to yourself, because Virgo is all about health as well, your personal routines, your fitness regimen, what you put in and ingest. So this could also be very much tapping into this energy. It's interesting, I didn't even pick up the maiden with Virgo, but there is a semblance of self-care right now and nourishing. I mean, we're still in a lot of energies. I wish energies would complete every week, and in the full moon, all these readings would expire and be like, okay guys, new week, new messages, this is it. But we're on so many different timelines. We're not all on the same path. So things are going to come to fruition for people in different ways at different times, in different moments. New moon eclipse. So we just had the lunar eclipse in Scorpio in May, and then prior to that, the solar eclipse in Taurus. We got expect powerful change. I have definitely been feeling more massive changes that are going to be unveiled, especially mid-June onward, and perhaps after the summer solstice hits. Some of you may be feeling that. Sometimes when we feel anxious and nervous, it's really not something quote unquote bad that's going to happen, because a lot of us may go into that mind frame, into that mindset, because that's how we've always framed things, right? gosh, this must be something bad that's coming. What's going to happen? This isn't going to go through. I'm not going to get what I want. And when in reality, that's just your body, your soul's signal of telling you, hey, something's coming up. Get ready. It's going to be amazing. Anticipate it. I was watching an astrological forecast, the energy forecast by an astrologer, and she had a really cool framing technique about, you know, it's what you tell yourself. The words are very powerful. If you say, I am nervous, I'm feeling anxious, you bring more of that upon you, right? But if you just do a small shift, cognitive shift with this distortion and say, I am anticipating, or I am anticipating, you know, changes or positive things, it really changes how you feel and the dynamics within that. I sense many of you are feeling this change that's about to come. And for some of you, this has already happened. What other messages for us this week, please? What other messages do we need to know for this week? What other messages do we need to know for this week? Okay, got 2 cards. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. This has to be the first time I've ever gotten this card. Look at this. We have a lot of blue. And again, they're different shades. They could be green. So I'm getting heart and throat chakra. Some of you have felt activations within and have been working a lot on healing. But there's also a semblance of truth. No lie. I mean, the sun is in Gemini, so we're in this season of really communicating, of harnessing our tool, whether that's writing, speaking, trying to project our message to others. So remember, things are always fluid. You have the ability to co-create what it is that you want. What's happened has happened, but take what you've learned in the past and bring it forward with you in the future. So many times I think when people, myself included, I'm not immune. I'm not talking like, oh, I'm on my high throne, I've got this figured out. I'm learning just as much as everyone else too, because I am a creature of this earth too. Sometimes we feel like, you know, I went this route, I did this, it was a waste of time, and now I'm back to square one. No, you went through all of that to learn so many things. Whether it was erecting boundaries, valuing yourself, learning how to not overindulge, balancing that with taking care of earthly responsibilities, getting your heads out of the spiritual cosmos. You know, you can't be up there 24/7. We learn so many things in between these different transitions in our life, and they all reroute us like a GPS. You know, when you get lost, thank goodness we don't have to use atlases where we have to look up coordinates and all that stuff anymore, right? Now we can, well, we don't have to do anything. When we're en route, the GPS will just re-navigate us and tell us, nope, you're going, you know, the wrong way, and it'll reroute. Similar to our soul paths. I firmly believe, and I felt this along in my journey, that anytime things do not go in accordance to what you want, that wasn't a failure, it was a detour. But this detour was meant to happen because it helped you and allowed you to learn what you needed to. So give gratitude. Give gratitude, because that's going to come back to you in so many ways that you don't expect. Finally, we got confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. Look at that. We're 2 seasons away from Leo. Some of you may have Leo in your chart, but this I'm really feeling for you to embody this. Because of the niggles you're feeling, as well as the changes. Lots of changes coming. I'm feeling it as well. It's scary as shit when you feel these rumbles and you're like, oh my gosh. It means putting yourself out there in some way, doing something different. And that's going to take bravery and courage for many of us. Doing something a little bit outside of our comfort zone, right? Say you want to start making and meeting new friends or have a relationship. You sitting on your couch back there watching Netflix is not going to do it, right? You have to get out there. And that could mean maybe setting an intention, going to a new supermarket. You never know who you meet there. Trying a new club or a meetup group, or engaging in your hobby and taking it into a community type event. Maybe you like reading, join a book club. But I'm getting the strong feeling that now is the time to embody this confidence Not just in these external things that you may want to do or pursue, but within yourself. We're all going to have moments of imposter syndrome, of feeling like we're not enough. It's about not staying in there, turning the switch around, the flip around. Switching the flip, I think that's the saying. And really asking yourself, okay, I'm feeling a little bit insecure here. Why? Maybe it's you feel like you need to have all the answers and you don't. I remember when I started ballroom years ago, I was scared as shit. I was like, me dancing in front of others and people watching me, it literally scared me to death. But I remember we're all beginners somewhere. When I got my shoes, I was excited. When I started learning to dance, I just felt into it. And when you're really passionate about something, whether it's gaming, a book club, photography, cooking, baking, whatever it is, you just get lost in it. That's a beautiful way to connect to yourself, but also to gain more confidence. Do something you enjoy. This week, try something new. Could be taking a new walking path, trying a new recipe. There's always something there. Maybe trying a new fruit or vegetables, but get yourself out there. We're gonna pull some tarot cards right now and see if we can get any more messages before we can continue with the oracle. 2 oracles that kind of give you more guidance on your soul journey and self-care. I'm getting a lot of truths, but it's more like realizations and aha moments that are coming up this week, and things that maybe you were asking the universe for assistance, or your guides, or your spiritual team, or your higher self, and you're getting answers right now. And the thing is, you have to, as you start receiving these messages, take some type of inspired action as you start getting them. It's easy to get them and not do anything, but that's not the point. Okay, let's see what additional messages the universe has for us. I'm trying to, ooh, they're like jumping like popcorn. Ooh, we got Queen, I thought we got one. We got Queen of Pentacles, and we got 10 of Wands. So we have Earth energy here. I'm always slow when I have to recount the 3. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and we have Wands, fire. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So we're gonna pull more, but I feel like with this energy, many of you there's like a semblance of just leaving something behind that no longer serves you. You're leaving whatever situation, person, place, thing, belief behind, and you're taking everything with you for, I'll just say, better pastures, for a better future. And I feel like it's because you see your worth, because you even take this oxen, cows, bison, a lot of them signify fertility, abundance, wealth. You're taking it with you because you know your value and your worth. And I feel like many of you have been following your intuition. And this is definitely tied to your abundance. It doesn't have to be financial prosperity, but it could be your spiritual path, your career, your relationships. I'm getting, even though there are no cups here, I'm getting this is overall holistic, because the Queen here, she is sure of what she wants. She's very much consolidated her own internal power, her own authority, her own knowing, most importantly, her own stability. That's not just financial stability, earthly stability, if you will, but also her inner knowing, what it is she wants. She's decisive here. Do you see her sitting in her glory? So I feel like some of you are at that point where you're about to make this decision, which could require leaving something, or you already have. And this doesn't have to be a physical walking away or move. It could be something mental, emotional, psychological, like no more self-sabotage. That's it. I'm going to take care of my body, for example, and I'm going to eat pita bread, because I'm watching my own pita bread here, with grilled chicken and tomatoes, and make souvlaki, for example. No more McDonald's. I'm giving you an example that's just coming out of my head. And I feel like some of you are leaving behind a lot of this has to do with mind shifts, with self-limiting beliefs. Because those things, it seems minor. You're like, yeah, I could switch it. And a lot of people focus more on tangible, material things that you can actually touch. You can move, literally move, like move the cards. But it's really up here where it starts. That's the hardest part. And so this is going to bring you a lot of prosperity. Trust, I keep getting like, trust your intuition, trust that niggle you're receiving. There's a reason for that. What other additional messages? Wow. So these fell out in reverse. Let me show them to you. We got Judgment in reverse. We got Four of Pentacles in reverse. We got Five of Cups in reverse. And we got Four of Wands in reverse. They all just fell together. So we have Libra energy. I also say Sagittarius energy, Earth energy, water, and fire. So with these being in reverse, I just feel like it's a similar energy to this, but I feel like you're done wasting your time with people, places, things, and beliefs concerning all elements of your life holistically, your emotional, financial, but this is just your stability in general, because it affects emotional, spiritual, mental, physical stability. I feel like many of you are at this point of being at an in-between and realizing and having to make choices too. For some of you, you've already decided, but for some of you, you're still in that time where you're not exactly sure what these niggles are, what this next phase will be, but it's coming. Hang in there. You're going to get that illusion. I would say you're going to get that confirmation. I feel too, there's just a releasing. A lot of you know it's time to let go of something, to start this new phase, or something that you have to let go of. Okay, let's see what other messages. We got Three of Pentacles. So there could be, I get Aquarius energy, even though this is fire sign. Perhaps because we're in the age of Aquarius, but also this is about teamwork, coming together. I feel like some of you are really focused on, I keep getting something that I channeled earlier was partnerships. And this is a year for partnerships. I feel like many of you are focused on really meeting your kindred spirits, your soul team, your soul group. And this week, moving forward, some of you are going to start meeting people that are very different, not like people that you've normally met. And this is for all different types of relationships. Take it as it resonates. But these people are going to help you on this next journey of your life, this next life chapter. So be very open. And sometimes too, especially when we start connecting with others, and also I would say, especially in professional settings, we expect others to give, especially with networking. Be very careful with that mindset. It's amazing what you can cultivate and nourish when you give a little bit more, when you help people. I always try to see things from a point of helping others, of serving others, not forgetting anything out, for lifting people up. And it's not just because it's going to come back to you, but it's really to give some of your own light, some of your own assistance to others. Again, this is not code for being a doormat. You have to be very discerning and balance that. Any other, I keep getting a runny nose. Any other messages? We got Seven of Swords and Six of Pentacles. So I feel like there's a semblance of cutting away just similar elements. Like you're done with emotional shit. You're leaving behind things that do not really serve you going forward. I feel like with this could be sun, but I'm getting it's more of a lunar illumination here. of finding stability, but also being more guarded with your material wealth, with your foundation, really securing that going forward. I feel like there's a cleanup. I'm getting a general energy. I'm getting a general, like an energy audit. That's the word, of cleaning up your life in different areas. Because for most of us, they're very much intertwined. The people that we hang out with, the work that we do, the career that we pursue, hobbies, pleasures, if you have kids, fur babies, partnerships. A lot of this is very much intertwined, and one area of life affects another. Okay. Any final messages that we need to know? Any pieces of advice for this week? Any advice for this week? Any advice for this week? Got one card. Okay, two. They were together. So we got 7 of Wands. And we have the Hierophant. 5, 7. It almost looks like a retraction to me. It looks like of you going inward, and you're being very selective of where you put your energy. And I feel like this always makes me think of just ascending, but mentally, spiritually, it could be physically too, but you're really going within to learn. You're being choosy where you allow your energy to go, and who you allow into your energy bubble. And a lot of you are learning a lot. I'm getting a lot of downloads, a lot of messages that you're getting from the cosmos. Some of you may be working with the upper chakras, above the crown and behind. And that's opened you up to new information relating to your journey. Let's grab a soul guidance card and see what additional information. We're going to close this out. We got 2 more oracles. We got 2. Extraordinary. There's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. This is really, I'm just getting like cool, unique. Some of you may be Aquariuses. I'm getting innovative, unusual. Be your authentic self. Shine in your light. Don't be afraid to be you. That's where you are going to get the abundance, and that's also what's going to give you confidence. It's like when people tell you to dress a certain way, and yeah, you can adapt and dress like other people, but you won't feel your true self. You won't feel like yourself. You won't feel confident. It doesn't matter how good you look on the outside. If you don't feel good wearing heels, it's not going to make you confident. But if you feel amazing wearing Converse sneakers or Adidas sneakers or whatever shoes you want, that's the key. We also got awakening. Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. I just said something like that. Ascending up here and getting downloads. Some of you are in the midst of a spiritual awakening, and I feel like we have several of them throughout our lives. Many of them, actually, I should say, not just one, not like the infamous awakening that leads us to initiate this journey. But some of you are undergoing incredible change, and this could be something that is you felt, and that's forthcoming. Yeah, we see, look at this. There's a cow here. There was another cow here. There's, to me, cows, bovines, I should say, the cow family, oxes, those kind of animals, they signify abundance and wealth and prosperity. And I feel like many of you have really, you've learned or are currently learning to value yourself and to take that with you, because that's key to abundance, is learning to value yourself, like the Queen of Pentacles. When it doesn't matter, when you're like, I'm done with someone treating me this way, I'm leaving this relationship, this situation, this job, whatever it is, the universe gets that signal. They're like, oh, she's ready for better. She's ready for good stuff, you know? And it's not like it was a bad situation, but it was something you had to learn. So there's this shift in consciousness that I'm getting from you all this week, and from what many of us are going through. It's like a collective awakening. In terms of self-care, we got 24, flow like water. Kind of in tune with the full moon. It's about releasing, and for some it could be emotional. I find like full moons can bring everything to a point of almost climax where you feel those energies releasing and leaving your life, and especially something that precipitates change as well, and also comes before change. So involve yourself in water in some way, whether that's a body of water that's near you, like a lake, ocean, river, or taking a shower or a bath, soaking your feet if you don't have a bath, or your hands. It's very soothing. I hope this reading has helped for this week. I am really grateful for your support and for you being here. I would love to hear how your week is going down below. I'm wishing you a wonderful week and a healing full moon on Tuesday. And until then, take care of yourselves and have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Take care, and I'll see you soon.